Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am the Inconsequential Runner. We have with us, as usual, he's a partner here, Coach Mark. Hello, Coach Mark.
Hi, Darcy. How you going, mate?
Yeah, I'm going great. I'm going great. And actually, look, I don't want to go on too much of a tangent, but I would love making these videos with you because I've just spent probably about an hour going over YouTube and just there's so many clickbait videos, and it's nice to be able to make something for runners that is accurate advice, and there's no pretense or anything. We just get straight into the nub of it. And with that said, thank you for listening to my ramble. Let's get straight into it now. Strides. Here's a question. Strides at the end of an easy run. I've heard if you do strides at the end of an easy run, then it can help you with your speed. But Coach Mark, where this question really resonates with me is sometimes at the end of an easy run, and that easy run might be a long run, my legs feel like I'm running squares. So when I try and do strides, I must look tragic to people that are watching me through their car windows or something. It feels messy. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. What I should be considering whether I should be doing strides. Coach Mark, help us out. The question we've got for you is, at the end of a long, easy run, should we be looking at doing strides or should we just leave them alone?
Well, strides are great. I mean, they're almost they can be a magic ingredient to your week. Really, they can make such a difference. But the thing with strides is the aim of strides is to work on your technique and your speed.
Okay.
Now the thing that's the enemy to working on technique and speed is fatigue. So you don't want to be fatigued when you're doing strides. So that's the thing to bear in mind. If you feel fatigued, don't do strides. There are situations where you might, at the end of a session, I might give someone some flat out runs, to practice sort of finishing strong at the end of a race. But strides generally aren't that, don't play that role. But including strides within your week is good. I mean, the thing is, it's something that's really useful to know. So if we work hard for 10 seconds, we've got this little mechanism in our body where we can actually operate without the need of oxygen. So you can actually, I mean, you see 100-meter sprinters who run for 10 seconds, they actually don't need to breathe at all. They can work hard without breathing. So where that's important is if we do stride outs for 10 seconds, we're not, it's not turning it into a hard anaerobic session where we're generating lactic acid, which actually tears the body down. I mean, we should only do so much hard lactic acid generating sessions in a week. And most of our sessions should be rebuilding aerobic, lots of oxygen type sessions. But the great thing is, if you do stride outs that are only 10 seconds long, it can fall within that aerobic thing because you're not actually generating anything that's harmful to the body at all. Yep. So that's where you can include it within an easy run to make an easy run very useful. But I would actually include it in a short easy run if you're doing it rather than at the end of a long easy run. That's that, to answer your question in a long roundabout way.
I don't want to oversimplify things, so tell me if I'm doing that. But what I've taken from that is just that word fatigue. So I can ask myself, before I think of doing some strides, do I feel fatigued? And sometimes, of course, at the end of a long, easy run, I am. I feel I'm stuffed. I'm still in control and I'm capable, but I'm pleased the run's not going on for another half an hour. I'm just feeling, that way about it. And I want to eat some food when I get home, So to me, it sounds like I just asked myself that question. Do I feel fatigued? If I'm fatigued, probably, steer clear of the strides. But if I'm not, if I'm feeling good and I'm fresh and vibrant, why not give them a bit of a nudge? Is that what you're saying? Is that one sort of kilometer or measure we can use?
That's right. That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, and it's always thinking what the purpose of the run is as well. If the purpose of the run is an endurance run, then throwing in speed and technique in amongst that, it's probably not the best fit, really.
No.
Whereas if you've got an easy run, a short, easy run that's not taking much out of you endurance-wise, you've got plenty of scope there to throw in some strides. And with your strides, have good recoveries in between them as well. Again, it's not about blasting 10 seconds and then a few seconds later do another one until you get progressively tired. That's not the aim of them.
So what is the aim of them? Because sometimes I think for me, during an easy run, it's about just getting my legs used to turning over at a quick pace and trying to make that easier. So it doesn't become so much of I suppose, a shock to the body if my legs are going. It's almost like getting used to your cadence. The cycling back that I come from, it was all about just spinning the pedals. Is it the same sort of thing, or what are we doing with our strides?
Yes, it is. It's really so you become more efficient at running faster.
Yep.
So it effectively makes you a faster runner. And this is it's something that someone who really just does easy running all week, if they include one day a week where they just do some short stride outs, where they're just solely focusing on their technique for only 10 seconds, maybe 8 to 10 of them.
Yep.
So it doesn't take anything out, and that in itself can actually move someone up a level in terms of the speed that they feel efficient at running it. So it's a very powerful session.
Perfect. Coach Mark, I like simple. And it sounds like for me, whether or not I do some stride outs, it's just a level of fatigue. And the great thing is the fatigue will take care of my appetite to do stride outs. If I'm not fatigued, I will have the appetite to do stride outs. If I feel fatigued, I will have no appetite for stride outs.
No,
I don't know what I heard once, but it was a case of, I think, a message saying, whatever you do stride outs every single run. And I was like, that can't make sense. So I'm so pleased to hear what you said. Okay. I love simple. You've given us a simple rule. Coach Mark, thank you so much. What I'll say to those who are watching, if you want to get in touch with Coach Mark, his details, his contact email are in the show notes. So under the video, little drop-down box, open it up, and the contact details are there for Coach Mark. If you want to contact the show, us, with a question, just put it in the comments. We'll pick it up and we'll do that. If you like the video, the only way we accept payment, the only way is smashing that like button. You don't have to pay us money, but hit like, that'll be great. And if you want to be kept in the loop, hit subscribe, and other videos will that when they pop up, well, you'll be notified. And we've got one more coming, and that is about the importance of rest days. And we'll do that in the next video, Coach Mark. And this is big for me because I struggle with rest days. So sell them to me then. Until then, we'll catch up in the next video. Coach Mark, I'll say goodbye to the crew. Coach Mark, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Darcy. See you again.